Welcome to 5-6. Today we'll be graphing inequalities that are going to have two variables. These are going to graph on a coordinate plane and going to be kind of a line like what we've been graphing, and then we'll be shading one side or the other depending on what the symbol is there. So let's go ahead and hop in and do an example. Step one is going to be to make sure it's in y equals mx plus b form so that you can graph it. So graph, but it has to be in y equals mx plus b form. Remembering that that equal sign very well is going to be a less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or a greater than or equal to sign. So this one is ready to graph. Looks like my y-intercept is 3, so I need to go up to 3 and put a point. And then after that, it's going to be up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2. Okay, before I connect the dots, like when I graph, I need to identify whether this was a greater than sign or a greater than or equal to sign. If you remember from our linear lines, I could show you which type of symbol it was by using either a circle or a dot, right? That was the difference. Extra ink, extra ink. It's going to be the same thing here, extra ink, with the key being, where do I want to write this? I'll write it, I guess, just right here. Dashed lines and solid lines. Like that. So since this one is just a greater than sign, it doesn't have the equal part, this is going to be a dashed line. So just kind of do your best to dash that like so. And now we're ready to decide where it shades. Your best bet is to plug in a point and see if it works. So step 3, plug in a point that is not on the line. My favorite point to use personally is 0, 0. Again, I can only use 0, 0 if it's not on the line, which for the most part today, I don't think any of them will be there. And then plug that in to your equation and see if it's true. So 0, is that bigger than 1/2 times 0 plus 3? And again, if a point is given to me in xy form and I'm plugging in 0, 0, that's where those zeros come from. The reason I love plugging in 0 is because my x will always cancel. So I think that's pretty awesome. So then I'm left with, is 0 bigger than 3? And no, that's not true. So if it's not true, that means the point that you picked is going to be an x, okay? If it was true, I would say, yes, superstar, put a star there. And if it's false, no, that's not true, put an x. You cannot shade towards that point. Okay, so shading down right now is not an option because it's not true. That means this graph shades upwards like that. So let's try another one here. Maybe we'll do 3a. That looks interesting. So the first thing I'm going to do is get it into y equals mx plus b form. Oh, you know what? Let's not start with 3. Let's do something different first. Let's do 2a. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. That leaves me with negative y is less than or equal to negative x plus 3. And it looks really close to y equals mx plus b form. I need to get rid of that negative sign. So I'm going to divide by negative 1. Whoa, stop. Did you divide by a negative? Sure did. What's that mean? I got to switch that sign. Now a positive x minus 3. Alright, 1, 2, 3, put a point. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And is this one a dashed or solid line? Extra ink, extra ink. It is a solid line. More or less right there. And then step 3, plug in a point that's not on the line. I love to use 0, 0. It doesn't go through 0, 0, so that's perfect. Is 0 bigger than 0 minus 3? So 0 is less than or equal to -3. Is that true? Yes. 0 is bigger than -3. So like I said, you can shade that to be a superstar. And that means my whole graph gets to shade that way. We're going to do 3A in class tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll call it there.